He's the guy prepared with the tournament.
Okay, I'm going to go into it more, but let's watch this.
Yeah.
Welcome to GSL Ohana.
All right, introing our players. Looking seemingly invincible, we have our Zerg player. He was supposed to win last season. Can he do it this time? He is...
GSL symbol.
And in the bottom right, we have our Terran player. As we were saying earlier, the kind of guy that it feels like we used to train with. Very solid play, but he's having a hard time against Symbol. We'll see if he can do it this time. His ID is...
LGIM YoDa.
Okay, so I have like a ton to say about what you just said. It's a perfect way to describe it, Tasis. Thank you. So he's the guy that you want to practice with, because what he's doing is really high level. It's like the hardest thing to do are these standard macro plays, because they aren't tricky. You're never going to just randomly get ahead. You know, it's just like you are trying to play exactly how the standard is. Whereas, you know, obviously in like a series to win a championship or something, you're going to mix in all sorts of things. But the standard that everything revolves around, that's the hard thing to do, right?
Right.
What he is he's some other players that were like what YoDa is right now is like, for instance, Puma in StarCraft 1, E.G. Puma. Everyone just practiced with him for every tournament because he wasn't winning championships. He wasn't even really winning games on TV, but he played a standard, good macro style, and that's what you want to practice against in just your general practice games to up your level as much as you can per game. And that, I mean, YoDa will be godly at one point, but he has to just keep this up, and it's going to be a while. You know, not to say that he can't maybe come out of this group, but when he's playing this standard, it's going to be very difficult.
I'm 100% with you.
Oh, by the way, guys, I think I didn't even say what people win. Did I say what people win?
No, you did not.
Okay, so I'm like telling you guys all this contest that you're all entering. Well, here's what you win. You win a $35 gift card for GOMTV.net. That's good until sometime in 2013. So even if you already have like a full pass, this is going to give you a big discount on next year.
Oh, is he going to get this SCD?
Not quite. Almost. But yeah, guys, that's what you're playing for in these games. There's 4 more questions to come. So be careful, because I might say them at any time.
Anytime. You never know.
You never know.
Kids like, well, what if I have to go to the bathroom? Too bad.
Too bad.
You're going to have to feel...
You better turn up your volume.
You're going to have to feel like a GSL caster, buddy.
You have to get wireless headphones and go in.
Yeah, man.
Bring your iPad.
There you go. All right. As good as you can see here at the bottom of the screen, we've got some stats for you. I have a feeling YoDa is actually not going to do anything abnormal at all.
Yeah, I don't think he will.
I think he's going to do...
I think he's just going to try to be like really good with standard play. That's what I think we'll see. But, you know, we'll see. One thing I do want to point out that's pretty cool is that Symbol continues to get the quick speed. This is really coming so much back into style in ZVT. We're seeing it more and more, you know. It's so awesome to watch how metagames shift, because you watch and it's like 6 queen all day and all night, and then you start seeing people get quick speed again, and then suddenly, oh, look at that, now everyone's getting quick speed, and you know, getting more than 3 or 4 queens is becoming uncommon.
Yeah.
And just watching these little trends is one of my favorite things in StarCraft.
Well, it's especially nice. I know I haven't been saying this a lot, but it is so exciting for us to have year 2 of GSL on. But, you know, to see, you know, the game's so much more refined now that we can actually comment on it.
It took us 2 years of GSL to get to the point where, like, yesterday we were like, guys, this is how StarCraft should be played.
Yeah.
What you're watching is beautiful. And to be honest, that game that we just watched was really beautiful from both sides. It's just one of the players just is a bit better than the other one, and you know, there's no trickiness or shenanigans. So, yeah.
All right, so we're going to have the Hellions coming out here. This is very, very standard stuff. Looks like he's going to go ahead and get a Banshee in a second. He will get Cloak for that.
Yep. And also getting that third Command Center so quickly. Actually, is he going to get Cloak? I don't think he's getting Cloak this time. Isn't this weird?
Well, he's making Tastes look bad. That's super weird.
Yeah,
Oh, all right. He's just going to keep lifting Atlanta until he has time for Cloak.
he might still get Cloak, but his gas timing is definitely a little bit off for that.
Well, he only
that
got,
was to get a quicker
he didn't
Command
get
Center.
2 gases at once, actually.
This is actually like a somewhat new build. It used to be Command Center first into double racks all the time, but nowadays a lot of Terrans are going Command Center first into 1 racks, 1 gas to get really quick factory. But of course, that's going to slow you down on
that. He's getting the fake
Caduceus reactor.
Caduceus reactor. Thank you. But you know, I don't know. I feel like just Banshees without Cloak. Tell me if you disagree with me, Artos. I don't feel like they do enough damage. I feel like if you're going to do that, you should only get 1 Banshee and then just switch.
Yeah, I agree. I have to agree with you completely on that. Get like 1 Banshee, before he forced with his 1 Banshee that his opponent saw, he forced like 5 spores.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whoa. Look at that. Those are some good Hellions right there. Killed 5 drones already. Nice.
Well, that was a nice timing there, getting those drones as they're in the process of transferring.
Now the Banshee is coming as well. Banshee can help him put a clock on the Queen and Roaches. There's another Banshee.
And we got Spore Crawlers coming down here now. Now that's because he saw, you can see the animation on the tech lab, but that doesn't mean you know what the upgrade is. So he made it look like he was in a Cloak. He's flying around with these Banshees. Now, you want to be really careful that you don't make it too obvious that you don't have Cloak. So you never want the Banshees to get too low on HP. Make it look like they're taking as much damage as possible before they go invisible. Otherwise, they'll just cancel the Spore Crawlers.
That's right. And now his Spore's all finished, and he has 6 of them. He has 6 Spores. So that Banshee, without Cloak, just faking the Cloak, forced 6 Spore Crawlers. Really nice. That's 6 drones plus 75 mils of pop. I mean, that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, it really is.
So the Banshee has actually already done damage just by existing.
And what's nice,
kind of like Tasteless.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually eerie how similar those 2 things are, man. It looks like he's going to have a pretty strong push timing after he gets his 3rd up, because he's going to have so many siege tanks up here. The additional barracks are finishing, and he's going to have a good amount of medevacs too. Now he should be using this 1 Viking to go try to clean up the rest of the Overlords on the map before the Spire finishes. And I feel like everybody should be doing this, unless you have some kind of weird drop timing, right? When you get the medevacs out, just get that 1 Viking.
You know, I have to say, another thing, Tasteless, I'm really excited that he's going to Spire. We've been seeing almost everyone just go Infestors, pretty much every game on every map. But to see Spire, it feels actually a little bit refreshing.
Well, Symbol's got his own way of doing this. Looks like his 1-1's going to be done soon. Now, I don't believe that YoDa's actually going to attack up here with his army. I think he's probably going to go to the 2nd watchtower and turn around.
You know what I think we might see here?
What?
I think that we might see Symbol do like the Baneling Muta attack on the 3rd base, banking on the fact that there won't be enough siege tanks because his opponent went Hellion and Banshee and double eBay into a quick 3rd. It's something we see on Antigua Shipyard a lot.
He's actually attacking. Excuse me, I was incredibly wrong here. He's actually going to try to move in and do this. Let's see if this actually works.
I didn't expect this to actually occur. Thought this was okay. Yeah, it was basically a fake push.
That was like the most insane poke ever.
Yeah. That was that's why we weren't really talking about that, because we're like, okay, this is not a real attack, right? And then he like made it really look like a real attack, but it was not actually a real attack. So he has forced a ton of units out of Symbol, but I think Symbol probably wanted to do this anyways because he got such a quick baneling speed. His 1-1 already finished. He's making mutas, and normally when you make mutas, you're going to see that timing attack on the 3rd. And against 4 siege tanks, he might be able to do something with it. In fact, he keeps making lings, so I really think he's going to be doing this.
Well, we're going to have to see if everything's in the right position here as far as the siege tanks go.
Yeah.
A lot of this does boil down to how many hits the siege tanks can get off.
Exactly.
The banelings can connect with the Marines. If the banelings connect with the Marines, and the mutas just clean everything up.
And, of course, where are the siege tanks? Are they too far out in front? Can the mutas actually hit them? Well, we'll see if he actually wants to do that, or he's just making enough units that he feels completely safe. The mutas are starting to come in for a little bit of harassment. Not many of them being used, though. He actually has 12, and he's only using that many.
Well, he might actually be trying to mask how many mutas he's actually getting here.
Could be.
He might have those back in his base, and then he's going to actually hit him with everything. Because you'd see mutas like this, you'd think, oh, okay, he's like obviously like tacking up or doing something else, getting a bunch of banelings. And so those mutas looks like they're going to regroup now. And I think you're right, Artos. I think he's actually going to hit.
It looks like it. He just keeps making lings and banelings.
By the way, YoDa's build is really good. I mean, he's powering so hard, he's actually kept up with the Zerg the entire game.
Yeah, YoDa's playing a great game here. This is like very, very solid what we're seeing from him. But one thing I want to point out is he doesn't really have a lot of production. He's about to have 4 reactor racks.
Let's see if he actually gets this expansion because the Zerg is pretty far away. And Symbol being a little sloppy here.
Yeah, his muta's not really doing as much as he wants.
Is Steve-O going to burn down? All right, so there's no way this hat's really built now. Is every single Zerg on the entire map is going to be able to take this out.
So the actual timing that I thought that Symbol might try out, it's been obvious for a minute or two here that he's actually not going to do that, even though he's really made a ton of units. But he has 2-2 about to finish, so he might just be making like a new little attack timing. But what I think his actual plan is at this point is to just spread, and when YoDa pushes out, catch him unsieged from like 3 sides. And if he can hit him from 3 sides with this gigantic army,
it looks like we're about to see just that actually, Artos. It looks like he's moving out now. Now, if he hits before siege mode is up.
Yeah. Look at the mini map, by the way. Groups of units everywhere.
Here
they come. And lings just coming in from everywhere. The banelings rolling in right now. So many siege tanks spread very, very well, though.
Kind of hard to say who's going to win this. We have such a streamline of units coming down here. And actually, wow, Zerg does come out on top there. But you know what? It was still a bit of a trade. 137 supply to 100. Well, it was pretty much even, but it's fluctuating so much right now with this battle. All right, MVP.
Drops a mule. Look at that.
Lands a mule.
Yeah. YoDa feeling very confident right now. And you know what? He should. He has the supply lead at this moment, and he's going for the counterattack.
Now remember, there's not a lot of siege tanks. There won't be a ton to reinforce it, so Baneling is going to be pretty deadly. Symbol, though, faltering here on his creep pushing.
That's right, and he does not have a lot of larva left, Tasteless. This is normally something Symbol is unbelievably good at, having a lot of larva, but this time he doesn't have quite the amount that he wants to be able to spend all his money. He still has 1,000 in the bank.
He's going to get the space for sure.
Yeah.
Looks like he wants to come around here from behind.
Maybe cut off reinforcements for a moment.
Actually, you know what? YoDa, I think, can actually do this.
Yeah. He actually has 3-3 about to finish,
If he regroups and goes back, okay, good. That's exactly what he's going to do.
That's a perfect play going back right now to regroup because he has 3-3 about to finish, plus 2 tank attack about to finish. He's building over 10 Marines at a time and 2 tanks at a time. Just regrouping once and moving out should mean death for Symbol.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he could actually intercept. If he could have hit. Oh, no, he couldn't have. Too much there, excuse me. And that actually is a really bad sandwich situation here for YoDa. YoDa landing another mule.
Wow.
YoDa doesn't care, man.
So good play. And a little drop going on at third base of Symbol. Symbol does clean it up, but at this point, YoDa, he has the supply lead, he has the upgrade lead, he has the macro lead.
Won this, man.
Yeah, looks like it. Such solid, nice play by him. You know, it's like basically Symbol put all his eggs in one basket, making just a lot of lings, banes, and mutas to try to crush the first attack that came out. But YoDa waited long enough. If he had moved out, a minute earlier, 2 minutes earlier, then Symbol can crush that army.
Yeah,
but he waited for that critical mass, pushed out, had a good spread, and there was just no chance for Symbol's strategy to actually beat it. Really well done by YoDa. So impressed.
All right, nice spreading here. He's got more reinforcements coming up here. And as you can see here, with the way that the Marines are spread out, the Banelings really can't do the damage that they want to do here. And I think we should be seeing GG here. I think there's nothing else you can do. The third fuel's landed now. GG. All right.
All right. So, nice little tie-up going on, Tasteless. 1-1. YoDa might be able to actually take out Symbol after all. Really much better play that time. I love that poke that actually caught you and I and Symbol off in surprise, because that was supposed to be just a poke. And in fact, it was a poke.
And he
It was just like
skimmed and ran
he
in,
brought
and then-
that poke. Like, you know how sometimes you like when you're in 4th grade, you poke the girl that you like.
Yeah, man.
This is like doing that, but like you poke her until she cries.
That's what it was like.
It's like
he
that's
poked in the
how
eye.
much you like her, and that's how much he wanted to win that.
We're gonna have to go on to game number 3 here. Excuse me. And what are we gonna see, Artosis? What do you think?
Well, let's see. What map is this? This is going to be. Okay. It's going to be Whirlwind, and that's a huge map. So, I mean, this is going to be pretty good for Symbol overall. Now, YoDa's going to have to power up like a madman unless he has some crazy cheese plan. And after he powers up like that, thing is he's going to have to use Ultras for a bit, because this is a hard map to actually use Broodlords well on. There's not really many places for them to float over. It's so big and wide open. And Terran's going to be dropping everywhere. So we're going to see if he can make Ultras work and defend against multi-pronged harassment. And can YoDa play like Ryung and take the entire map? We'll see. His entire
find
map,
out,
at
man.
least.
All right, looks like the players are ready. And we're going to go on to the final game that's really going to dictate the makeup of the rest of this group. Who's going to be playing who?
Yeah.
Who's going to be in jeopardy? Who's almost out
Right.
and has a second chance?
Well,
And then after this, we got Hero against Teja. I don't know why I keep getting Tejas in this group.
no, it's Ryung.
Ryung, yeah, oh God, I'm so sorry. Like, oh God, I hope Ryung doesn't watch the stream.
I don't think he does.
All right, good.
He's
Thank God.
I think he watches the Korean stream actually. What bad taste.
I know, right? All right. Well, Symbol and YoDa, we're moments away from doing this. It looks like the countdown has started. We're going to get this going. Symbol against YoDa here in the GSL Codes, set number 1.